Welcome to Edexcel Further Pure, Complex Numbers 1, an Introduction to Complex Numbers. In the second session we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting complex numbers. As a reminder, we're going to look at how we can express the numbers root minus 16 and root minus 20. So we start off with the square root of minus 16, which can be written as root 16 times root minus 1, which is 4, and the square root of minus 1 is now defined as I. If we look at the square root of minus 20, it can be written as root 20 times root minus 1. Root 20 can be written as 2 root 5, and again the square root of minus 1 is defined as I. So we can now have numbers which are entirely real, or in this case entirely imaginary, and on many occasions these numbers can have a real and an imaginary part. For example, z equals 2 plus 4i, and such numbers are now called complex numbers. So we're going to look at adding and subtracting complex numbers. So we have the complex number 2 plus 4i, and we're adding on the complex number 4 minus I. The thing to remember here is that I is simply the square root of minus 1, and therefore I represents a surd. So if we write this without the brackets first, we get 2 plus 4i plus 4 minus I. And since I represents a surd, then we can collect like terms as we would do with surds. So we look at the 2 plus 4 collecting like terms to get 6, and then the 4i take away I is plus 3i. So the addition gives me 6 plus 3i. If we look at the subtraction, again we can remove the brackets. So it's 4 minus 2i minus 3 minus 5i. And when we collect like terms here, we've got the real parts, which are 4 minus 3, which is 1, minus 2i take away 5i is minus 7i. So we need to be aware of double negatives when we're subtracting and removing brackets, and we need to take care collecting like terms together, i.e. we can collect the real parts together and we can collect the imaginary parts together. Always try to give your answer in the form a plus or minus bi, where a and b are real numbers. In the next session we're going to be looking at multiplying complex numbers.